Hello, good afternoon and Merry Christmas. To those of you in America, good morning. To those of you in the UK, good afternoon. I hope you are enjoying Christmas week and you're excited for the days ahead, even though it's a little bit different this year. I hope you're still managing to feel nice and Christmassy. So today's practice is an invigorating vinyasa practice. We're going to be working once again with the sun salutations, a slightly different play on the sun salutations today. So we're going to be mixing it up a little bit. It's going to be quite a heat building session, quite invigorating to get us into this festive season. We're going to begin today's practice in child's pose. So sitting onto the heels. You can either take a wide leg child's pose if that is preferable for you, or you can just keep the thighs together in a narrow leg child's pose, whichever feels best for you. From here, we're just going to drop the chest down towards the thighs, bring the forehead towards the mat. From here, we're going to take the arms around the back, just allow the shoulders and the hands to relax down. Close down the eyes here and start to move into your breathing. Taking deep and controlled breaths here. This is a nice, soft, relaxing way to begin the class today. Help us become present in our practice. Any thoughts or stresses that you have going on, we're going to push those away. For the next hour, they do not matter. Bring the focus of your mind to your breath, to your body. On each inhale, noticing how the chest and the belly puff out towards the thighs. On the exhale, the entire body melts, relaxes towards the mat beneath you. Noticing your points of contact with the earth, with the mat. The knees, the tops of the feet, the backs of the hands. The forehead. Focusing on these areas so you can really feel grounded. Grounded into your practice, grounded into this pose. Take another few deep breaths here. Enjoying this calm. Then on your next inhale, we're gently going to start to peel the forehead away from the mat, bring the chest up, sit up onto those heels. We're going to bring the hands out in front of us, coming into a tabletop position. So taking the hands directly below the shoulders, the knees hip width apart, directly below the hips. Here we're going to drop the head down, allow the neck to relax and just shake the head along from side to side here, starting to warm up the neck. Maybe start to take the head round in some neck circles. Send the head back in the opposite direction. And then bring the neck neutral with the spine. Starting to warm up the spine here with some cat-cows as we inhale, pushing the belly down to the floor, we look up to the sky, creating a curve in the spine. Then as we exhale, we round up the spine, dropping the head between the shoulders, looking into the belly, creating the arch. Inhale, belly drops, we look up to the sky. Exhale, rounding. Continuing to move with the rhythm of your breath here, at the pace that feels comfortable for you. Take one more deep inhale here, push the belly down towards the floor. Then as you exhale, come to a flat back, neutral spine. Start to walk the hands out towards the very edges of the mat. Keeping the hips high above the knees, we're just going to melt the chest down towards the floor, coming here into puppy pose. Either bringing the head down onto the forehead, or for the deeper stretch in the shoulders, you can bring the head up onto the chin, resting the chin on the mat. Continue to breathe deeply here, trying to melt the chest down towards the floor. With each exhale, feeling the spine bending a little bit deeper. Then on your next inhale, we slowly start to rise back up. Bringing the hands underneath the shoulders once more, coming back to tabletop. We're going to take the right leg, kicking it out behind us into a nice straight line. The top of the body, the torso is straight, the spine is straight, the neck is aligned with the spine. We're going to take the right foot and bring it over to the other side of the left leg, touching it down towards the floor, and we look over the left shoulder here towards that right foot. So here we're sort of bending through the left side, feeling the bend in the obliques here. That right leg is in a nice straight line. And then we bring that right leg back up, it's in a straight line behind us. One more time, we touch the foot down towards the floor, the other side of the left leg. We look back for that foot. And then we bring the leg back up. One more time, touch that foot down towards the floor. Look back for the foot. And then bring the leg back up, come back to a neutral spine. We drop that right knee down, come back to tabletop. This time we're going to take the left leg up behind us in a nice straight line. The spine is neutral. Then we're going to drop that left foot down to the outside of the right leg, looking back over the right shoulder for the left foot. We bring the left leg back up. And then we touch it back down once more towards the floor. Look back for the foot. The leg rises back up. We come back to neutral spine. And one more time, we drop that foot down towards the floor. Look back for the right foot. Rise back up, the spine is neutral. We drop that left leg back down and we come back to tabletop. Give a little rock from side to side. Let's relax out the spine here, get nice and stretchy. Spreading the hands really nice and wide beneath the shoulders. We're going to tuck the toes at the back and start to push the hips high as we straighten the legs out and come back to downward dog, our first downward dog of the day. So we're going to start to pedal out those legs one at a time, creating some length in the back of the legs here. And spend a moment just to get nice form in this downward dog. We're trying to drive the chest towards the thighs. And we're pushing the hips high towards the sky. It doesn't matter if your heels come down towards the mat or not. You can have the heels really high as long as the legs feel nice. You feel that nice stretch down the back of the legs. And as long as you have the hips high here. Settle into this downward dog. Then we're going to look forward between the hands at the top of the mat. And we're going to step forward, coming into forward fold. Here we can put a generous bend in the knees, drop the chest towards the thighs, allow the head and the neck to relax so the head can hang. We can take the hands onto the elbows and give it a little rock from side to side, coming into ragdoll pose here. On your next inhale, we sweep the arms open, we rise all the way up to standing. We bring the hands into prayer overhead, and then bring them down towards heart center. Coming into mountain pose. Our anatomical position here, the body is in one nice straight line. The shoulders are centered and rolled down, the palms are opened up in front of us. The neck is aligned with the spine. This is where we're going to start and end each of our sun salutations today. So taking a moment to arrive into this pose, feeling grounded. With your next inhale, open up the eyes and sweep the arms all the way up to the sky. Bring the hands in prayer overhead. And then as you exhale, we're going to swan dive down, coming all the way down to forward fold. On the inhale, halfway lift, straighten out the spine, come to a flat back. You can drop the hands towards the shin. Then we release back down. We place the hands at the top of the mat, bending the knees, step or jump back into your plank position. So here we're bringing the body into a nice straight line. The hands are beneath the shoulders. Here we're going to move through our chaturanga. You can drop the knees down to the floor if you want to as you come down, or if you want to, in a nice straight line, to challenge those shoulders, we're going to bring the body all the way towards the floor. And then as you inhale, we're going to roll forward, coming into up dog. Exhale, we tuck the toes, we push the body back into downward dog. Breathe deeply in here in downward dog. Then look forward between the hands, step, hop or jump forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms open, rise all the way up to standing. Bring the hands in prayer overhead. Exhale, bring hands down towards heart center. Let's do another round. Inhale, arms go up to the sky. Exhale, diving forward into our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, straighten spine. Exhale, roll back down, place the hands, step back into plank. Lower through your chaturanga. This time we're going to bring the body all the way towards the floor so the body is flat. As we inhale, we're going to lift the legs behind us and lift the chest, coming up here into locust pose. Then as we exhale, we're going to drop the hands back down, tuck the toes, push the body up and back, downward dog. Breathe deeply in downward dog. Look forward between the hands, step, hop or jump forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms open, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, bring the hands down towards heart center. Again, inhale, the arms go up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, roll back down, place the hands, step or jump back to your plank. Take your vinyasa, either dropping the knees or lowering full chaturanga. We come all the way to the floor, drop the belly. Inhale, chest rises, legs lift, we come to locust. Exhale, we drop the hands back down, we tap the toes, we push the body up and back, downward dog. Breathe deeply in downward dog. Inhale, we're going to kick the right leg up to the sky. We're going to put a bend in the knee, stack the hips and open that right hip up. Still driving the chest down towards the thighs. Both shoulders should still be in a nice straight line here, so we're not twisting the chest as we open the hips. Then we're going to bring that right knee forward, stepping the right foot between the hands. We drop the back knee, we untuck the back foot, we sweep the arms up to the sky and come into a low lunge. Here we're driving the hips down towards the mat and opening that chest up towards the sky. From here we're going to drop the left hand down and we're going to clap or drop it towards the left thigh behind us. This is going to allow us to deepen into a back bend here. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, start to lean back. Right hand is still up towards the sky. Then we're going to cartwheel both hands forward towards the top of the mat once more. Tuck the toes at the back. Engage that back leg and step the right leg back to plank. Let's take our vinyasa, lower through your chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to down dog. This time we're going to kick the left leg up to the sky. Again, put a bend in the knee and stack the hips to open up that left hip. Trying to still drive the chest down towards the right thigh. Then we're going to sweep that left leg forward, planting the foot between the hands. We drop the back knee, untuck the back toes, arms go up to the sky, low lunge. Driving the hips down towards the mat. We drop the right hands down onto the back of the right thigh. Left arm still goes up to the sky. Inhale, and as you exhale, try to lean the body back. Coming into a back bend here. Then we cartwheel both of those hands forward, back towards the top of the mat. We tuck the back toes, we engage that back leg to lift it. And this time we're going to step that right leg forward, so we come back to the top of the mat in forward fold. Take a nice deep inhale here, exhale through the mouth with some sound. Allow the entire top half of the body just to be relaxed and loose in this forward fold. On your next inhale, sweep the arms open, rise all the way up to standing. Bring the hands in prayer overhead. And then bring the hands down towards heart center. Coming back to your mountain pose. Open the palms up in front of you. Maybe close down the eyes for a moment. Come back to your breath. On your next inhale, opening up the eyes, sweep the arms up to the sky. Bring the hands in prayer. Exhale, swan dive forward. We come down to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, come to flat back. Exhale, roll back down, release the hands, step or jump back to your plank. Then take your vinyasa, lowering through your chaturanga. Inhale, come to up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, push back to down dog. Inhale, take the right leg up to the sky. Put a bend in the knee and stack the hips, open them up. Bring the right knee forward. We plant the foot between the hands. This time, keeping the back leg lifted as we rise up into a high lunge. Arms go up to the sky. Here we're going to bring the hands into prayer at heart center. We're going to take a twist here. We're going to take the left elbow over the right knee. So we twist open towards the right side. We're planting that right elbow in towards the right knee and opening the chest out towards the right. You can look up towards the sky. Then coming back to center, we plant both hands at the top of the mat. We're going to step the right leg back, come to plank. This time, as we lower to the floor, we're coming all the way down onto the belly. And then we're going to lift the chest, lift the legs, rise up into locust. Engaging that core to keep both the arms and the legs lifted. Then we release, we drop the hands down, we tuck the back toes, we push the body up and back, downward dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg up to the sky. Put a bend in the knees, stack the hips, open them up. Then we're going to swing that left leg forward, planting the foot between the hands at the front of the mat. Back leg stays lifted as we open the arms up to the sky, coming into our high lunge. Bring the hands in prayer down towards heart center. This time we're going to take the right elbow over that left knee and open up towards the left side. Keeping those hands in prayer at heart center. Then we come back to center. We drop the hands down towards the top of the mat. We're going to step that right leg forward, come back to forward fold. Drop the chest towards the thighs, allow the head and the neck to hang. Inhale, sweep the arms open, rise all the way up to standing. Bring the hands in prayer overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. Beautiful. Coming back to your mountain pose. Open the palms up in front of you. Close down the eyes. Relax the breath. Noticing how the body is feeling right now. Starting to feel a little warmed up. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive, fold the body forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, roll back down, release the hands. Step or jump back to your plank. Take your vinyasa, lower through your chaturanga. Inhale, roll forward, come into up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, push the body back to down dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up to the sky. Again, put a bend in the knee and stack the hips, open up that hip. Bring that right knee forward. We plant the foot between the hands at the top of the mat. Now here, we're keeping that back leg lifted. we're taking the right hand out towards the very corner of your yoga mat. So it should be at least a few inches in front of the right foot. From here, we're going to start to shift the body weight forward onto the right leg. As we do so, we're going to kick that left leg up behind us. Both hands remain on the floor for stability right now. Then the right hand is going to become the balancing hand here. As we do that, we're going to start to peel the left hand up off the floor, rising up, coming into a half moon pose here. So we're opening out towards the side. Balancing. Then we're going to drop the left leg back down, place both hands solidly at the top of the mat, kick that right leg back and take your vinyasa. This time lowering all the way towards the floor. Inhale, we rise up, come into your locust pose. Legs are lifted, chest is lifted. Then we release the hands back down, we tuck the toes at the back, we push the body up and back, downward dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg up to the sky, put a bend in the knee and stack the hips to open that hip up. Then we sweep that left knee forward, planting the foot between the hands at the top of the mat. The back leg stays lifted. We're going to take this time the left foot out towards the very corner of the mat. So it's a couple of inches in front of that left foot. And then we're going to start to kick that right leg up behind us. And transferring some of the weight onto that left hand or the left fingertips, we start to peel the right arm up towards the sky, coming into half moon on the opposite side. Balancing here. Then we step that right leg back. We come back to our lunge, planting both hands solidly at the top of the mat. We take the left leg back, come back to plank, and let's take a vinyasa. So we can lower either the knees or come full chaturanga all the way towards the floor. Inhale, roll forward into up dog. Exhale, push the body back to down dog. Breathe deeply here. Look forward between the hands, step forward to the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. Coming back to mountain pose. Opening the palms up in front of you, closing down the eyes. On the next inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, roll back down, place the hands, step or jump up, plank. Take your vinyasa, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, come to up dog. Exhale, push back to down dog. Inhale, the right leg up to the sky, put a bend in the knees, stack the hips, open it up. Then we're going to bring that right knee forward, planting it between the hands at the front of the mat. The back foot we're going to bring into a 45-degree angle and flatten it out towards the floor. As here we rise up into our warrior one pose. So here the front knee is bent, the back leg is straight, foot is at a 45-degree angle on the mat. The hips are squared towards the front of the mat. We can open the arms up to the sky and enjoy the strength of this warrior one pose. Breathe deeply here. Then we're going to cartwheel the hands down towards the top of the mat. Pivoting on the board of the back foot, we step that right leg back, come back to plank. Take our vinyasa. This time we're going to lower the body all the way towards the floor. And then rise up, come to locust. Engaging the core, lifting the chest, lifting the feet. Roll back down, place the hands, tuck the toes, push the body up and back. Downward dog. Inhale the left leg up to the sky, put a bend in the knee and stack the hips, open it up. Then we bring that left knee forward, planting the foot between the hands. The right foot this time goes at the 45-degree angle at the back. And sweep the arms up to the sky, come to warrior one. Front knee is bent, back leg strong and straight. Opening the chest up towards the sky. From here, we cartwheel the hands back down to the top of the mat. This time we step that right leg forward, we come back to forward fold. Drop the head and the chest towards the thighs. Allow the whole body to hang here. We're going to take the arms around the back of the legs and hug the body in for that extra stretch. Then inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Coming back to mountain pose. From here, we're going to step out into a wide leg pose here. Both feet should be facing in the same direction. They should be fairly wide on the long side of your mat. We're going to inhale and sweep the arms up towards the sky. Interlacing the fingers, let's push the fingers out towards the sky. So we're giving a stretch along the backs of the arms here. Then pushing the hips back, bringing the chest forward. We're going to fold the body all the way forward and down for a wide leg forward fold, allowing the hands to hang on the floor or the mat in front of you. Allow the head and the neck to relax. So the top part of the body should be really nice and loose, just hanging here. Feeling that nice deep stretch all the way along the back of the legs. We're going to walk the hands over towards the right ankle, bringing the head and the chest towards the right knee, feeling the deep stretch all the way along the back of the right leg. Then we bring the hands all the way back through center over towards the left ankle, feeling the stretch along the back of the left leg. Then we bring the hands back to center, placing the hands solidly in the center of the mat here. We're going to start to bend each knee one at a time, lunging from side to side here. Now, using this motion, we're going to start to shift the body weight over towards the left foot. Coming onto the ball of the right foot here, dropping the hips low towards the mat. Now, if you can, have the left foot flat, excellent. If you need to come up onto the ball of the left foot to allow the hips to drop lower, then do that. It involves a little bit more balance in the side lunge, but it's a nice deep stretch for the hips. You can use your hands to steady you on the mat, or if you feel balanced, bring the hands into heart center in prayer. Then from here, we're going to drop the hands back down towards the mat. Push the body this time over towards the right foot. You come onto the ball of the left foot. That left leg is nice and straight. And we're dropping the hips low this time towards that right ankle. You can use the hands to steady you or bring the hands into prayer. Breathe deeply. And when you're ready to release, pop the hands back down towards the floor. We push the body back to our wide leg forward fold. Deepening into this stretch. Take the hands onto the hips. Slowly we rise all the way back up to standing. Now we're going to angle the heels so they're pointing in towards the body. The toes are pointing out towards the edges of the mat. Inhale, let's sweep the arms up to the sky. And as we exhale, we're going to bend the knees and sit down into goddess pose. So here we're imagining there is a seat or a stool, something underneath us that we're trying to sit into, really challenging the thighs here. Opening the chest up, arms go up to the sky. We're trying to tilt the pelvis forward here. So we're not dumping the body weight forward. We want the pelvis to be tilted forward. The body should be in a nice straight line. If you want to challenge yourselves even more in this goddess pose, try coming up onto the tiptoes, lifting the heels. Let's bring the hands into prayer at heart center. If you're on the tiptoes, drop the heels back down and slowly start to straighten out the legs. You're going to inch the feet in towards one another, one at a time, and then give them a good shake out. Relax those legs down. Good job, everyone. Give them a little shake. Nice. Now the feet should be hip width apart. Toes are pointed out to the edges, heels are pointed in towards one another. We're going to sit down into our favorite malasana, our yogic squat. So bending the knees, dropping the hips towards the floor. We use the elbows between the knees to try and push the knees out. Here we're trying to drop the hips as low as we can. We want the spine to be as straight as it can be. The chest is open. Look up towards the sky, the ceiling. And breathe deeply here. And we're going to drop down onto the buttocks, coming towards the mat. Bringing the knees up in front of us, the knees are bent. We have mat space in front of us and some mat space behind us. So come towards the middle of your mat. And here we're going to do a little bit of core play. So we're going to find a sweet spot on the buttocks where we can start to lean back, lifting those feet up in front of us. We're going to come here into boat pose. The spine should be nice and straight, the neck should be aligned with the spine. We can take the arms out by the side of the body, engaging the core to keep both the arms and the legs lifted here. And breathe deeply. Then slowly, one vertebrae at a time, we're going to start to roll the spine down towards the floor, straightening out the legs. Coming all the way towards the mat until we're just an inch off the mat. And hold, engage, keep that core really nice and tight here. And then drop. Nice. We are down on the mat. Hug the knees into the chest. And give a rock from side to side, massage the spine. Planting the feet behind the buttocks, not directly behind, but so there should be about a hand space between the buttocks and the back of the heels. From here, driving the hands in towards the mat. We're going to start to lift the hips up towards the sky, coming here into bridge pose. Looking straight up towards the sky, the shoulders and the back of the head, the neck are on the mat. The hips are driving up. Then we release the hips back down. On the next inhale, drive the hips up. Push them towards the sky. Exhale, bring the hips back down. One more time. Inhale, push the hips up. Feel the glutes engage. Exhale, bring them back down. Tuck the knees into the chest. Let's give another little rock from side to side. Massage the spine. Now, keeping the right knee hugged in towards the chest, we're going to send the left leg down to the floor in a straight line. We're going to use the left hand on the right knee and start to bring that knee over towards the left side. So here we're coming into a spinal twist. The hip is moving over towards the left. You can use the left hand on the top of the knee here, just to guide the knee down towards the floor. But you want to ensure that the shoulder blade doesn't lift from the mat beneath you. So keeping both shoulder blades flat on the mat here. You can rest your gaze over towards the right hand, so you're looking in the opposite direction to the knee. This is a great twist for the spine. Release any toxins that might be trapped in those vertebrae. When you're ready, rotate back to center. We're going to hug both knees back in towards the chest. And this time we're going to keep the left knee hugged in and send the right leg to the floor in a straight line. We'll use the right hand on the left knee and guide it over towards the right side. This time resting our gaze in the opposite direction over towards the left hand. Ensuring once more that both shoulder blades are flat on the mat. Continue to breathe deeply here. Noticing on each exhale, maybe you can twist a little deeper. You can push that knee a little closer towards the floor. And then rotate back to center, hug both knees back into the chest once more. Give a little rock from side to side. Now for this next pose, we have 3 variations that we can take. Bringing the feet down towards the floor again so that they're a hand width or a hand length behind the buttocks. Knees are pointed up towards the sky. The first variation of this pose, as we did a little before, is to drive the hips up towards the sky, coming into a half bridge. Palms facing down towards the floor, pushing the palms in towards the floor to drive the hips up. This is our first variation. Maybe you want to go a little bit deeper. And to do that, you can start to roll each shoulder one at a time underneath the back, clasp the hands behind the buttocks, drive the hands into the floor, and push the hips even higher, coming into a full bridge pose here. Maybe you want to go even deeper to open fully the chest, and to do that, we're going to move into wheel. If you want to move into wheel, you can place the hands facing in towards the body at the side of the head. The elbows push up, are facing up towards the sky. Here we can start to push the body up and come all the way up into a full wheel, finding the variation that feels right for you. Here again, as with the other poses, you're pushing the hips up, driving up towards the sky. When you're ready to release, you slowly roll back down towards the top of the head. We roll the shoulders back down from whichever pose you have just been in. Hug the knees back in towards the chest, and let's give a little rock from side to side. Massage the spine. From here, we're going to use the hands on the knees, separate the knees out towards the side of the body, bring the arms to the inside of the legs and grab hold of the soles of the feet from the outside, coming into bent leg happy baby. We're pulling down on the soles of the feet to open up through the hips here. Noticing the stretch in those hip flexors in the groin area. We continue to rock from side to side on the spine, if that feels good for you. If anyone wants to go a stage further, you can grab hold of the big toes to straighten the legs, coming into a straight leg happy baby. And then putting a bend back into the knees, we're going to bring the soles of the feet together in the air, push the soles of the feet together, and drop the feet down towards the floor, coming into everyone's favorite pose, our reclined butterfly pose. So here the knees are opened out, the hips are opened up. You can just give a little rock from side to side on the buttocks here to allow those legs to drop open. And allow the hands to fall wherever feels natural and nice for you. Maybe you want to take the hands onto the inside of the thighs, just allow them to rest there. Maybe you want to place the hands onto the belly, or take them out towards the side of the body with the palms facing up towards the ceiling. Wherever feels right for you. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth with sound. And one more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth with sound. Allowing all of the muscles to completely relax into this pose here. Allow the breath to settle. Closing down the eyes. We're really starting to slow down the practice now. This is a great pose to just take note of how the body is feeling. Any areas that feel really invigorated, any parts of the body that feel a little sore. We're not judging the body for those feelings, we're just taking notes, checking in. Now we're going to make our steps towards our final resting pose, Shavasana. So from here, one leg at a time, we're going to start to straighten out those legs, just allowing them to flop to each side. So they can be as wide or as narrow as feels comfortable for you. Taking the arms out towards the side of the body, the palms facing up to the sky. Relaxing down all of the muscles here, so making any necessary adjustments that you need to allow the body to be soft, those muscles disengaged. Paying particular attention to the muscles in your face here. You tend to hold a lot of tension in this area. So if you feel like you're frowning, just straightening out the brow line, allowing the lips to be soft. And just as important as relaxing the body is relaxing your mind. So any stresses that may have crept into your consciousness, we're going to push those away. Bring the focus of your mind back to the rhythm of your breath. Back to that sensation of the energy pulsing through the body. Enjoying everything that this moment has to offer you. Being present in this moment. So often our minds are preoccupied, thinking onwards. But here we practice our present moment awareness. Listening to those sounds around you. Listening to the feelings in your body. Allowing yourself this well-deserved break. Now as we continue to enjoy this moment of calm, this moment of peace, slowly we're going to start to reawaken the physical body, beginning with just wriggling the fingers and toes. Progressing to stretch the arms out overhead. In your own time, whenever you feel ready, rolling over onto one side and then pressing yourself back up into a cross-legged seated position. Let's bring the hands into prayer at heart center. Using this space to be thankful to our minds and bodies for allowing us this yoga practice. Using this energy that we have created here to take us through the coming Christmas days. I wish all of you a very Merry Christmas. I hope that you will be able to see some of your loved ones. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste, Merry Christmas. Thank you. Thank you everyone. Merry Christmas.